Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we will talk about recursion. And to understand recursion, you first need to understand recursion. Confused? Let's see what exactly recursion is. If we go by book, recursion is a method of solving problems that involve breaking a problem down into smaller and smaller subproblems until you get a small enough problem that it can be solved trivially. Usually, recursion involves a function calling itself directly or indirectly. But you are still confused, right? Let's understand recursion in layman's term. Suppose your great grandfather wants to know how many family member he have in his family. So your great grandfather will ask your grandfather and your grandfather's brother that how many family members they have in their family. Then your grandfather will ask your father and your uncle about how many family members they have in their family, and same goes with your grandfather's brother. He will ask his son about their family members. And now your father will calculate how many family members he have in his family, and same with your uncle, and same with all other siblings of your father. Now here you are the son and you don't have your family yet. In this way, now your father will calculate number of family members he have in his family and pass it on to your grandfather. Same goes on with your uncle. He will calculate the number of family members he have in his family and pass it on to your grandfather. In the same way, son 1 will calculate the total number of family member he have in his family and pass it on to grandfather's brother, and same with son 2. He will calculate his family members and pass it on to grandfather's brother. Now your grandfather and your grandfather's brother know what is the total number of family members they have. Suppose your grandfather have 10 and your grandfather's brother have 12 members. Now your grandfather and your grandfather's brother will pass on the numbers to your great grandfather. Now great grandfather knows that one son have 10 family members, one son have 12 family members, and he will include himself. Now he can tell that total number of family members is 23. You might have noticed one thing, that when we are running the same concept from great grandfather, that the great grandfather asking his son, then his son is asking his son, and same goes on. Then your father calculate his family members, but your father does not ask for his son. Why? Because here son does not have any child. So this thing will work as a base case. As we have seen in questions, we define a base case for recursion, that where should recursion should stop. So for this very particular example, whenever we reach to a point when someone don't have their child, we will stop there, and that will act as a base case. So here this is the base case. So let's see another example from book. So if you ask, what is the factorial of 5? So 5 would say that I can give you the factorial of 5, but before that I need the factorial of 4. Okay. Now 4 will say I can give you the factorial of 4, but before that I need the factorial of 3. Okay. Now 3 will say I can give the factorial of 3, but before that I need the factorial of 2. Okay. Now 2 will say I can give the factorial of 2, but before that I need factorial of 1. And factorial of 1 is 1 by definition. Whenever we have factorial of 1, then we should return value equal to 1. This will act as our base case. So how the things are working? 5 asks for 4 factorial, 4 asks for 3 factorial, 3 asks for 2 factorial, and 2 asks for 1 factorial. And we know the value of 1 factorial. So 1 will give its value to 2. So now 2 will calculate 2 into 1. 2 will give its value to 3. 3 will calculate its factorial 3 into 2 into 1. Now 3 will give its factorial to 4. So 4 will calculate 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now 4 will give its factorial to 5. And in this way, we will get factorial of 5. So this is how exactly recursion works. And if you look at the code, we will define a function recursion and we will pass a number to it. Let's say n. If n is equal to 1, we will return n, or you can say 1. Else, we will calculate the recursive function on n minus 1. So how I will calculate? N into recursive function on n minus 1. And this is what we are doing here. That if we pass 5 as n, so we come here. So 5 is not equal to 1. So what we did the recursion on n minus 1. We came here. It did the recursion of n minus 1. We came here. We did the recursion on n minus 1. We come here. Then again 2 did the recursion of n minus 1. We come at 1. And whenever we have n equal to 1, it will return 1. Now it will keep calculating the numbers, and at the end we can simply return this thing. So this was the concept of recursion. I hope you understood the concept. If you have any question, feel free to email us. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe.